Now to the pandemic. As vaccinations increase across the country, the number of cases is falling. From the U.S. peak 1 month ago, the weekly average for cases has dropped 60%, and hospitalizations are at their lowest since mid-November. And now the CDC has issued new guidelines for safely reopening schools. ABC's Alex Prochet is at a school in Washington, D.C. with the recommendations. Alex, good morning.
Good morning, Eva. Schools here in D.C. and other districts around the country are all trying to safely navigate how to get back to normal. Now, reopening schools has been a priority of President Biden. He's hoping this new guidance will help. This morning, the CDC out with its roadmap to reopening schools, centered around this color-coded system. Blue zones represent the lowest risk. Red, the highest rate of community transmission. For schools in red zones, hybrid or virtual learning is encouraged, while the blue and yellow zones allow for full in-person instruction. Masks and social distancing are urged for all zones. So is diagnostic testing. The CDC also saying teachers should be vaccinated as soon as possible, but it's not required to reopen schools. The CDC also releasing this guide to help teachers modify their classrooms. The 15 recommendations include spacing students 6 feet apart in the same direction, increasing ventilation, and setting up hand sanitizing stations. It's guidance President Biden hopes will help meet his benchmark to open most K-8 schools by the end of his first 100 days.
Having a really firm set of science-based guidelines as the overarching is critical, but it's also important to account and give people flexibility to operate within those boundaries.
But for some, like Jessica Sabatini in the Bronx, there's still worry. She's got a first grader and teaches middle school. She managed to get a vaccine, but many of her colleagues haven't.
There's people trying to get these vaccines, many of my teacher friends, and they're unable to get them.
Sam and Jen Ward are looking forward to in-person learning returning. They have 2 high schoolers.
They're secluded in their bedrooms, unfortunately. They've both said that they are not getting the same education as they would be in person, which is unfortunate. But the teachers are doing, considering the situation, the teachers are doing a great job.
But as the president of the teachers union put it,
it's not just having the guidelines, but it's also making sure we have the resources for it and making sure that districts actually make them real. All too often, teachers have just had to figure out how to do everything by themselves.
Now, along with this guidance is a new handbook from the Department of Education. But CDC Director Rochelle Walensky says that these are suggestions and won't be used to shut down schools who don't follow the guidelines. Whit?
All right, Alex Prochet for us. Thanks so much.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.